What's up, guys? It's Justin Chalet from grindstop.com, and today I'm going to be talking about my 5 email marketing tips that you must be implementing in your business for 2017. Don't sell before the prospect is ready to buy. You're taking the prospect on a journey. You want to make sure that the first emails that you send out are emails that get them indoctrinated to you, and then you could start warming them up by providing some value. Remember, the job of the email is not to sell the product. The job of the email copy is to get the person to the sales page, which sells the product. So we want to make sure that we focus on benefit-rich headlines and subheadlines inside of the email. Now, you may be wondering, why do we want to have these value emails that go out before we try to sell something? Because there's these different factors of persuasion, and when you add them all up together, it equals massive persuasion. So you have to think about it like this. Your ability to persuade the customer to come and buy your product will help you a lot. So what you need to do is you need to trigger these different factors of influence. Reciprocity, so the thing that you gave away to get the person onto your email list. Then once they get on your email list, you want to start to build value, and you want to start to show that you have credibility and authority. These are 2 other factors of influence that play a huge part in whether somebody decides to buy with you or not, to do business with you or not. Make your emails scannable. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people that have these long emails that you just expect people are going to read through the whole thing, but they're not going to. So what you need to do is you need to have the parts in the email that you want to emphasize, and you need to make those bold. And typically it's like 4 or 5 words that are clear, benefit-driven headlines using trigger words inside, trigger phrases inside of your email copy that basically would allow a person just to read those bold phrases and get the gist of the email in about 2 seconds. You always send a welcome email when the person first subscribes to your list. It begins that indoctrination process. It begins them looking at you as an expert or an authority. It lets them see almost like a way for them to get to know you and your business, for you to introduce yourself, to come across on good terms. If you don't send out a welcome email when they first join your list, then they might not even remember the next time that you email them. Or if you do email them like an offer, it's not going to be nearly as effective as it would be if you send the welcome email first, provide some value, and then make your offer. It's a very simple sequence, but if we follow this simple sequence, it can have tremendous results. And then you may be wondering, well, what do you do after you send the offer? Well, then you just repeat the process. Then you just start sending more value, make another offer, send more value, make another offer, and you just continue this cycle. Make it easy for people to subscribe to your list. So on your website, you want to make sure that you have an opt-in form on the right-hand side. You could have one at the top. You could have a popover. In all of your blog posts, you want to make sure that you have an email opt-in box either in the middle and the bottom, or just at the bottom, or just in the middle, but preferably both, depending again on the length of your blog post. But you want to be capturing people's email addresses at every stage along the way. This is going to allow you to be able to make sales faster. It's going to allow you to build your list, and as that list grows, so will your credibility and influence and authority, depending on how you treat your list. That's why we're going over this and just seeing how important it is to not only have an email list, but to be able to build that relationship to keep those people on your list long term. Edit and test your links before you send your email. And even using a service like Pretty Links, that if you do by some misfortune send out the wrong link, you can always reverse engineer it and change it on a different level, so that if you would just send it out without the pretty link in the email, then you wouldn't have the ability to change the link unless you're using another service that allows you to rotate out links and things like that. But it's very important that we make the email both editable and scannable, that we test our links, and then that we send the email. Typically the best time to send email is 8 in the morning and 11 in the morning, Monday through Thursday. People tend, anytime on Friday in the morning is good, but anytime a little bit later in the day is not. See, once the weekend starts ramping up, people are busy. On Sundays, if you're going to send email on Sundays, I recommend doing it after 12 noon. People go to church, and it's typically a little bit easier to reach people in the afternoon on Sundays. So I hope you found these tips helpful. My name is Justin Chalet from grindstop.com, and I'll talk to you soon.